Hi guys. Hello. Okay, Daily Health Habits Challenge number 11 today. Today's topic is stay positive. So, I said yesterday on our number 10, which was meditate for 5 minutes. I basically said yesterday that I'm going to talk a little bit about law of attraction today. So, for some of you, I hope that you took the 5 minutes out of your day yesterday to sit in silence for yesterday's challenge, even just for 5 minutes. As you're jumping in, say hi. Because even if it is just a 5-minute quick meditation, it makes such a difference in clarity and stress management and so much. So if you're just jumping on now and haven't caught any of the other daily health habits, go back and watch them. They live on my YouTube channel. It's a bit.ly link, bit.ly/BNB YouTube. Also my personal page here on Facebook. But yeah, yesterday was the meditation one. So let's build a little bit more on that. So today's challenge is focus on the positive. So law of attraction, if you're like, what the absolute hell is law of attraction? It's okay, because after this super short video, you'll know all about law of attraction and have some tools to use to put it to test and really like get it to work for you. So, hey Anise. Basically, a little intro to what law of attraction is basically, like there's lots, if you YouTube law of attraction, or Abraham Hicks is a good one to look up as well. It's basically like the universal, it's kind of like the universal law. I don't want to like say it like that, but it's basically momentum is the basic of law of attraction. So it doesn't matter, it's basically going off your thoughts, okay? So it doesn't matter what thought you have, but if you give it, this is like science has based these numbers, give it 17 seconds and momentum takes over. So saying that, just imagine this. So this has probably happened to a lot of us, is when you wake up in the morning and something happens that shifts your mood into like this, you're just like, ugh, I'm like having such a bad day. And then it continues from there. You try to leave the house, something goes wrong, you spill your coffee, like you lose the car keys, like things just continue to happen because you stay in that state, right? So that's not coincidence, you guys. That's the law of attraction, okay? Like attracts like. Momentum is the basis of law of attraction, okay? It doesn't matter what thought you have, but if you give it 17 seconds is apparently the magic number, momentum begins to take over. So if we sit there and we're like thinking through this, like I'm so angry, or I'm so frustrated or whatever, momentum takes over and that continues, and give it another 17 seconds and it begins to become and manifest into reality. So it's really important to notice what thoughts we're thinking. And even when it comes to, self-talk, negative self-talk, or again, it goes back to like last week, one of the health habits was let go of the negative, I think I called it. But it was like, even when we have that negativity right in front of us, we're picking up on that energy and that vibration and bringing like ourselves into that energy, okay? So this kind of goes on sort of that as well. So you're either then choosing either momentum in the allowing state or disallowing state. Either way, good or bad, in your favor or not, it's momentum. So like I said, like attracts like. I gave you that example of, waking up and it just literally just snowballs. So in reality, you have the ability to practice the frequency that you want to choose. So this is why I said, choose positivity, stay positive, like attracts like. So, meditation is one way to shift mood. Another is to like just constantly notice what's going on and consciously make that shift. So if you find you're in, a crappy mindset or a crappy space, or something just set you off, it's just like as simple as like noticing that you switched and coming back on track, and coming back to the positive. So meditation is one way to shift mood. Some of us, though, are kind of stuck in patterns of relying on external people, scenarios, and material objects to make us happy or shift our moods. And once we realize that we are the only one, ourselves are the only one who can decide, like, what mood we want to be in or what kind of scenario is going on, that's when it gets easier to shift your mood, because like I said, you can then just notice it's happening and shift it, make that conscious decision to switch it. Okay, this is an interesting one. So law of attraction, basically, I'm just looking at my notes. This is an awesome exercise. So, okay, this is one, when I first heard of law of attraction a few years ago, one of my friends was talking about this little exercise that you can do. So if you're driving down the street, this is an awesome like example of what law of attraction is, or how this kind of works. So you're driving down the street, you're picturing where you're going, you're like, okay, if you live in a city, this is awesome. You're like, it's always so busy. Like when you're thinking this, you're driving, you're like, I'm never gonna find a parking spot. It's so busy here. It's, congested. I'm never gonna find a parking spot. Guess what happens? You don't find a parking spot, right? But if you're driving and you start to tell yourself, I'm finding a parking spot, and you guys watching this might be like, you're insane, but I seriously challenge you to try it. Like, try it and make yourself believe that you're gonna find a parking spot. And not even kidding, it'll happen. And for me, it's like every time right in front to where I'm going, there's a parking spot. I do it all the time. And even get your kids involved. It's just like, you have to actually know, like it's kind of confusing to explain, but in your like being, that you're going to find a parking spot. Okay. So it's kind of similar to, when you're really wanting something, like maybe you really want a new house, or you really want money in your bank account, like just, super basic needs like that. But you're always focusing on, I wish I had money. I wish I had a new house. I like it. My house is so crappy. I really want a new house. You're focusing on the lack. Okay, so reality is you're focusing on the lack and you're bringing more lack to you. That goes with everything. If you're looking for a decent man, like seriously, you're like, I wish I had a boyfriend. I wish I had a partner. I wish I had somebody, it's like you're just constantly looking for them. And that moment that you stop looking, there they are. And I know some of you guys watching this can relate to that. Maybe it's not a man, but maybe it's something. You've been looking for something, you can't find it. And then it's like car keys even. Who's done that? You're looking forever. And then as soon as you're like, I lost them, they're gone forever. They show up. It's crazy. I don't know. I can't explain how it works, but it works. Okay, so stay positive. Focus on the positive. So example, if you're wanting something like a new house, the law of attraction responds to the feeling behind that desire. Okay, if you're focused on the lack of not having that new house and you're feeling all down and shitty because you live, in the house that you don't want to live in, that's what the law of attraction is responding to, and it's responding in a way that is not in your favor, okay? So yes, 100%. At the time, as soon as you give up, it works. Totally. Parking spot is so true. That is so cool that you do it every time. Yeah. It's totally awesome. So good. It's especially helpful when you're running late or something. You're like, come on, parking spot. But you can't just there's a piece of just asking for it and being like, it's never going to happen. Like, you guys watching this that are new to law of attraction, you're not going to find a parking spot if you are doubting at all. And that's the same thing. Like, if you want a new house, you're just going to keep feeling into that, and the law of attraction will respond to that lack. Okay. But if you are dreaming of that new house in a feeling. So an awesome practice to do is when you're trying to receive something, even money or whatever, what does it feel like to have that in your possession? What does it feel like to be in your brand new house? Get into that feeling of, where are you sitting? What does it feel like? What are you sitting on? What colors are on the walls? And into that feeling, and that is how the law of attraction works. Okay, it's pretty cool. And again, I'm no master. I don't know all the answers by any means, obviously, but I do know this is what I believe in and what I love to utilize. So awesome. What podcasts or books are on your list for law of attraction? I really love Abraham Hicks on YouTube. It's not everyone's cup of tea. On the top of your list. Okay. I super dig Abraham Hicks. It's basically, Abraham Hicks is this lady that channels this energy that she calls Abraham. And you might just, might have just lost you there, but again, I'm totally a believer of, Abraham Hicks is where it's at. It's really interesting, and it's kind of like in a talk show format, so it's on YouTube as a video, but every time I go onto YouTube and type in Abraham Hicks, the top one that comes up, you guys that are going to go Google or YouTube Abraham, pick the top one. Like, I literally, everything happens for you, not to you, okay? And I'm a firm believer in what's meant for me can't miss me. 100% what's meant for me can't miss me. I find, the top one just always speaks to me. Same as if you're on Facebook, you turn right onto Facebook and something comes up in your feed. I'm like, oh man, I really needed to hear that right now. It's just like, that's the law of attraction. Yes, I love Abraham too. This is crazy. Yeah, it's so good. Cool, I'm glad I'm not alone on this. Hopefully this has inspired a few of you to go, to be a little bit more conscious of your thoughts and your, and what your thoughts, bottom line is, like, our thoughts create a reality. Like attracts like. Life is like, it's okay, or life is happening for you, not to you. That's a big one, is like, you are in the driver's seat, my friends. And if you stay positive and focus on the feeling of where you want to be instead of the lack of not having that thing, like, everything's going to shift and everything's going to change. So I hope that this was not too strange, and I don't even mind anyway. I'm just literally getting pretty vulnerable with you guys and just showing you a little insight as to some of my daily health habits that I work on and rely on and believe in, and all the things like that. So thank you for watching. We'll be back again tomorrow. Haven't decided what I'm doing yet, but it'll be a surprise. So I'll see you tomorrow night. And if you find this useful, or if it was interesting, feel free to tag a friend, share, jump over to YouTube, give us a subscribe. I feel like I was gonna say one more thing. Oh yeah, I'm on Lethbridge Radio. Hey Megan, if you're on live still. Lethbridge Radio, Thursday at 10 a.m. Talking about some awesome stuff. I think maybe next week we'll do the Law of Attraction talk on the radio, if Megan's down. But anyway, thank you guys. Bye. Have a good night.